Oh no, the boss is here.
Sorry. Honey, I'm home.
Week 4. It has been a very wet and soggy week around here in Newcastle.
It's quite miserable, to be honest. We need the rain to go away
so we can start doing outside stuff.
That hasn't stopped us. We are getting the whole house ready to be gyprocked, watertight, all the roughing in. The boys have been reframing where there was termite damage. We've been framing up where wardrobes are going.
We've done recladding, putting the windows back in that we had to restructure.
It's all been happening. The site is actually looking really great.
We're looking good for the 13-week challenge so far. We are out here today cladding the external wall, getting it all ready and watertight for gyprock next week.
We've just arrived at Flooring Extra and we're about to pick out all our samples for our challenge house. Yay!
Flooring Extra has a huge range of different prices. So they range from really anywhere from like $26 to $123. So we're gonna try and go somewhere in the middle around the 40, 50 mark, and let's see what we can get for a mid-range budget.
The lovely team at Flooring Extra knew our brief, knew that we were looking for a mid-range budget, so they have gone through and put post-it notes on all our options, and there seriously are so many options. Okay, we have now narrowed down lots of different options. We have a variety of carpet and laminate flooring, and this is a great way to figure out what kind of works. Once you take it out of the displays, you can kind of see different options and different lightings and how they all work together. So I can immediately see that this is going to be too yellowy. This is black bar and it's not really working. This I don't really love the tones of with the carpet. So immediately cancel them out.
So we've narrowed it down to 4 different options for carpet and 3 laminate oak kind of colors. All of the colors are fairly similar, but they have slightly different twisted piles. So we've got a little bit of a tighter one, a bigger loop down here, but they all sit around the mid-range budget. So we've got a $32, $35, $46 and $47 per square meter carpet here. Now we're going to take them home and see them in the space, because it's super important to get the right colors and match them against the tiles and the different paint colors, because they can really vary in different lighting.
Some selections.
Here we go.
Can you help me, Dom?
You my precious.
Earlier this week we went to Flooring Extra and we brought back all our samples that we want to see in the space. Although today is a bit of an overcast day and very raining, so wouldn't recommend doing it on a day like this, but unfortunately Newcastle is raining for the next pretty much month.
But we will probably check back in when there is a bit more sunshine just to see what the natural light is. It's super important to bring the samples back into natural light and into your space, because sometimes with different paint colors and light, they throw different colors. As you can see, this is throwing a little bit more yellow where this is a little bit blonder, and that depends on what you actually want. Some people like that, and I did like it, but we'll see. And we also wanted to bring in our other samples, like our tiles and our sheer curtain sample. So you can see here, we're working with quite a beige, creamy tone. So I'm thinking that this tone works better with these floorboards as opposed to this one. And also when it comes to the shears, we don't want to go too stark white. We want to go something with a little bit more warmth.
So I'm thinking more like even this kind of color could work nicely.
Or possibly this one. As you can see, this is a little bit too white for the tile sample that we're choosing. So we can exclude ones like that, and it really just helps us narrow down what we're working with. So by putting it all together, we can create a bit of a mood board and get a bit of a vibe of what we're going for. So I'm gonna wait for a little bit of a sunnier day to make our final decision, but laying it all out has helped us narrow it down, and I think we'll be able to narrow down the sheer samples even without the natural light.
Make your head rush. What? Make them all go.
Having a site meeting about all the things we need to decide. Jack was like, if you don't make these decisions now, I'm leaving. So we have decided about our skylight. We're deciding about our bench seat, VJ paneling on the walls, tile sizes in the bathrooms. Yeah, it's actually very exciting. The site is looking very clean and it's coming together, and I feel like it'll be done next week.
So the electrician just came and started his rough-in process, and the plumbers are also here as well, finishing off their rough-in too.
So funny. He's just an attention seeker, really, isn't he?
Yeah, he loves the camera.
So I know I said mid-range budget, but now it's like real budget because this is our mirror and vanity.
It's all we can afford.
No, I'm kidding.
That was really funny. Pretty much what we've done, we've got the measurements of our vanity and our mirror, and we're visual learners. We've measured them out and cut them out to size. We don't know if we want.
We don't know where we want anything.
We don't know if we want the vanity to the wall or in the middle or off-centered. We just don't know.
So we're going to work out proportions. The question is, where do we want it? Do we want it in the middle with a light on either side? Do we want it a little bit off-center with the basin here, with 2 lights here? Well, I'm thinking it should be a little bit off-centered, because the mirror's not huge, and that then leaves room for a feature light on the side, about maybe here.
Well, actually, I pre-marked it for you, darling.
Oh, you look after me.
No, you have to do all of them.
Oh.
Because otherwise my fingers will get chopped off. And you try and angle up.
Beautiful. So I'm thinking on a tilt.
You try and angle up when you nail these things so they don't slide off. That's okay. We'll just do another one just for good measure.
So we thought we'd just take you through a little run through of what it's going to look like.
They've done all new bearers and joists down here, so it's now structurally sound. And we've added all our framing timber for our laundry and our main bathroom. So pretty much
this was also the wall that had all the termite damage. So the boys...
Well, both of these walls had termite damage.
There's termite damage everywhere. But the boys have replaced the walls. They're all straight and plumb. Is that the right terminology?
Straight and plumb.
So the tiles will be perfect.
Which is super important in a bathroom because obviously tiles, you don't want them to crack and warp. And also when you're doing things like putting a shower screen on and vanities and mixers and stuff like that, having walls not straight can actually be super difficult when you have a shower screen.
And there's like a huge gap down the side. Basically, you walk in here, door will swing here, you have your toilet here.
You have your vanity here with your nice little mirror and your little wall sconces, and then you have walk through here and you have your humongo shower.
We literally just waited 45 minutes for the rain to not be teeming down. Just sprinkling would be nice, which it was for the first bit, so we got all the tools out, but then it literally just started bucketing down. So I'm just a little bit wet.
You just splash on it like the camera.
Guys, there is blue sky, but it is an actual miracle. It was absolutely teeming down this morning.
So I'm about to jump on a DIY design consult with the lovely Janet. And why I decided to do this was because I could measure out, because we're doing the DIY blinds and shears where we're going to install them ourselves. I could just measure them out, but I wanted to make sure that I was, getting the right position, and should I have a little bit of overhang here? And I just really wanted to ask a few questions that were specific to this project. So they have a really cool free console that you can jump onto. So I have gone around and I have done the rough measurements of what I'm thinking, and I'm just going to go through it with them and check, have I got the right idea? Is this going to look good? Is it going to be proportional to the space? So come with me as I work out what's going to work in this house.
How are you?
Good, how are you?
Good. Looks like you're just on the block again.
I literally am just on the block again. It feels like it. Why are we doing this to ourselves? I actually don't know. We thought, why not put ourselves through some more stress?
Yeah, why not?
Say hi to Shah.
Hello.
Well, we miss you, but we're excited because you're going to help us work out our curtains again, just like old days.
Of course.
The biggest thing I guess I want your help on is, proportions and where do we start the curtains? Do we do them from the ceiling or lower? I'm not very confident in being able to measure them up myself. So I almost want to go through with you and just double check. Am I on the right track? Is this going to look good when they turn up? I don't want them to turn up and be like, oopsies, I forgot, and they now don't cover the window.
Yes, I'll help you with that, of course.
Well, thank you so much for your time. I will talk to you very soon.
Awesome. I'll send you those photos of finishing.
Thank you. You're the best.
Bye.
Bye.
Our expenses this week are $1,800 for materials. So that pretty much includes framing timber, miscellaneous kind of bits and bobs, and we also bought a tap from ABI. We also had $3,900 worth of labor, so that was pretty much carpentry work this week. So that comes to a total of $5,700 this week, and the grand total for the last 4 weeks of the project is $42,000.
Oh yeah, we should tell them about the door situation. Have you talked about the door situation?
We actually haven't.
Okay, so a few weeks ago, I asked the girls, could you get the doors and windows in so we could start, finishing the outside of the house.
I got
so
the window.
So then we can do the inside of the house. And then about 3 weeks later, Charlotte decided to put the order in, and now the order won't probably come for another 2 or 3 weeks. So
It's because I wanted Jack to measure the door, and he just didn't measure.
I measured this door about 30 times in like 3 weeks for this shit. Anyway, there's now a hole in our house, and we can't clad because of it, and we can't really gyp rock because of it, all because Charlotte wouldn't order a damn door. So what do you have to say, Fisher?
So moral of the story is make sure you order your doors early. But the good thing is I got the front door and the window in.
Doesn't matter, I still can't finish the house off.
I'm sorry about that.
Anyway.
Disasters happen, okay? And
Madeline, on the other hand, we're trying to get the gyp rock ready for the bathroom, right? And I need a skylight so I can frame it out. What does Madeline do? Doesn't get my skylight. And we have no skylight. And now I don't know what size to build. So can we just, the girls aren't helping me out.
do we sound like fighting siblings? I think we should talk about the positives, okay?
There's been no positive the last 2 weeks.
Oh my goodness. I don't know where my steel cat boots have gone. They have. Are you recording? You're not meant to put stone on the grass or leave it outside.
Stone should be sitting on the I think.
But it's fine.
That stone doesn't look very right.